Good to have you with us on a Sunday afternoon for basketball here on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, our reporter, Allie LaForce. Now here's Cunningham. Well, if you like scoring, we've got you covered.
Yes, we do. Two high-powered offenses, and they're not just talented, they're relentless.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Holmgren. Here's Cunningham. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
And look at the lack of hesitation. Cade gets the ball and is confident he can make the shot.
And he's going for the lob. And Ayton with the stuff.
Excellent timing by Ayton on the alley-oop pass. He's perfectly positioned to throw it down.
James outside. It's tipped. Picked by Smith. Over to the left wing. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham.
And look at Smith making the heads-up play. Rolling into open position right on cue.
Ayton with a screen. Here's James. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
Pass to James. Screen by Leonard. Here's Jones. The rebound by Duncan.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Inside. And it's Chicago with a board.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Holmgren inside. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Offensive rebound. And he hits it and gets hacked. A three-point chance here if he can convert.
Duncan won't miss a chance to clean up things on the glass. He's extremely smart about putting his length and his excellent footwork to work.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Just a bit ago, Billy Donovan and I were able to chat. Zach LaVine's name came up, and I asked how he plans to deal with him. And Coach said, quote, what's scary about LaVine is how many ways that he can score. So there's no easy answer except for high-effort defense, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So the defense is trying to outwork LaVine tonight. We'll see how that goes. Guys?
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. There's a screen. Left side, LaVine. 5 on the clock. To the paint. Here's Duncan. Whoop, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. Chicago with the ball. Pass to Ayton. And that misses. That would have put him up. And the foul called on Chet Holmgren. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. 13 foul.
1:57 left now in the first quarter.
You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
Here's Jones. Up and in on the layup.
And great awareness. Holmgren's so good at reading the movement of his teammates. A very heady passer for a big man.
Now here's Cunningham. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Outside Levine. And it's out of bounds. Still Denver's ball. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Here's Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
Yeah, and Ayton read the play perfectly and got out in front of it for the score off the break.
Outside Levine. To stop the run. Jones with some nice D.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute them because his shot making is not happening right now.
Back to Leonard. Offline with a 3. Nuggets trail by 4. Pass to Cunningham. And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back.
They have to figure out a way to lock down the ball and stop giving it away.
Right you are. I mean, that's turnover number 3 already. Not the way you want to start a ball game.
Now a timeout called by Denver. There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Leonard. 3-pointer. Richards pulls it in.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Castle misses.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Jones from outside. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Drops in the 3. 5 ticks left in the first. And so it's Chicago closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. A big difference in shooting percentages.
The Nuggets, 7.
If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen here from the Bulls tonight?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Where? That's good.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. Trailing by 10. Following this one, they host the Trailblazers. And that's the first of just 2 home games for them.
And getting up close and personal, Cunningham knows he can get his shot to go inside.
And here's Denver. Here's Dort. No points so far. They set the screen. Cunningham with the ball. Guarded now by Okoro. Duncan, no good.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, he wasn't able to cash in.
And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Oh, got that one up quick. Bailey's got himself on the board with a 3 there. But Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Count that one.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, Lauri Markkanen's shooting stroke at 7 feet tall had former Mavericks coach Rick Carlisle comparing him to Dirk. Lauri said it feels good to hear that because he's obviously a Hall of Famer, but there's still a long way to go, and it gives me more motivation to keep getting better. He's not getting a big head, Brian.
No, he's not, and that's the way you have to approach it to be great. Thanks, Allie. He can't hit that time. Nuggets trail by 11. LaVine with it. Picked up by Markkanen. Dort outside. Cunningham on the wing. On the take. Deflected. Okoro right side. Markkanen outside. That's what he does. Lauri Markkanen.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Well, Grant, it appears that league expansion is around the corner. Any concerns about spreading the talent too thin?
Not really, B.A. I mean, the global pool of players competing for an NBA roster spot has never been deeper. So there's plenty of talent to go around.
Here's Bailey. Checking his numbers. He's put up a little over 9 points a game. Markkanen misses. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Picked by Smith. 20 feet out. Here's Castle. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Chicago leading by 12 to the inside. And out of bounds. Denver will have it.
You know, that's just sloppy basketball giving away a possession. No real reason for that turnover.
Number 34, Taylor Hendricks.
Pass to Hendricks. Three-pointer. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that at Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman.
Here's Castle. Out to Lillard. Here's the three. Clock at 6. This one for 3. Pass to Castle. The Nuggets need to get one up. Hendricks. Here's Richards. And it's rejected. The 3 from Okoro. He buries it from 3. Okoro's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Timeout called. The Nuggets. So it's Denver now. It's a 14-point game. Now here's Cunningham. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Picking up his second foul here. Has to be careful because they can pile up quickly.
Chicago leading by 14. Here's Bailey. And there's the lob.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
The 3, Smith. That one is off. And so it's Chicago in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. They're getting quality looks, and that's why they're shooting at such a high clip. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Leonard. From behind the arc. Smith with the rebound. Nuggets trail by 16. Here's LaVine. Here's Duncan. Oh, a big Big finish with a one-handed jam.
Well, you know, Duncan's too big and talented not to put a body on him. And he's always lurking around looking for offensive boards.
Oh, deflected. LaVine with it. Now guarded by Holmgren. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
You know, Zach LaVine is so energetic out there on the floor. You gotta love a guy who consistently plays at a very high effort level like that.
Leonard on the wing. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Duncan. Nuggets trail by 12. Pass to Dort. Cunningham outside. Down low. To the middle. LaVine slams it home.
Always putting on the show. LaVine plays with flair and clearly one of the best dunkers in league history.
Leonard left side. The three is up. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist. Leonard's got 6.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
They set a pick. Here's Duncan. And he drops it in from the low post. He's got 9.
He's done everything he can tonight, trying to keep this team competitive.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
KBA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for 4 qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and the absence of skill deficiencies. Ryan, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie. Drains the triple. And the Bulls lead by 14.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
Pass to LaVine. From deep. How about LaVine showing off the range?
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
Back to Leonard. Beyond the arc. Denver grabs the miss.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
To the inside. Here's Duncan. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And Holmgren's got the ball here for the Bulls. Well, when this one's done, they'll be off to Miami, taking on the Heat. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just 1 game.
First team foul. 2 minutes remaining in the third.
Leonard looking over the floor. Plows through. Leonard lays it in.
You know, this has been a totally different half for him. He definitely looks more comfortable now, guys.
Pass to Smith. Here's Cunningham. Picked by Smith. He shoots it. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham.
The assist.
Smith's got his second basket on the night.
You know, Smith came into the league as a capable and confident shooter off the catch.
Leonard for 3.
He's been tremendous at corralling misses all night long.
Yeah, I love the way he's fighting through box outs, using his elbows. I mean, he's doing whatever it takes.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Again, the miss by Leonard.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Pass to Duncan. Outside for Dort. Here's the pick. Over James. Here's Duncan. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Basketball IQ of Tim Duncan, top flight. He's so smart at knowing how to draw fouls.
Now a timeout called by Denver.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
and so he hits both.
There's so much that's impressive about Duncan, but I think the most impressive thing is how fundamentally sound he is.
James, outside. Pass to Aiden. Back to Leonard. There's the triple. Count it! Leonard for three.
Well, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Now Jaquez. For three. Doesn't go for him.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Holmgren with it. James deciding where to go with it. Got it up. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Kawhi Leonard making highlights for Chicago.
The Nuggets, 33.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. The Nuggets want a timeout. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Denver's head coach was saying to the team. He cautioned his guys against forcing things at the arc, saying we can't make a rhythm happen, so don't force it. Take what is coming to you out there. Coach hoping for a renewed offensive focus going forward, guys.
And Allie, thanks. Outside Levine. The three. Chicago with a rebound.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
And he dunks it down.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Here's Bailey. Fires the three. Drills it from deep. And the Bulls lead by 15.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
There's the three. Another shot.
His fourth turnover tonight. He's got to play more under control.
Chicago leading by 15. Pass to Ware. Down low. The rebound by Duncan.
One thing they've done well tonight, and that's rebounding.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure. But unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
There's Cunningham showing off that leaping ability. Outstanding finish with the slam.
Here's Bailey. And there's another one for the Bulls.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Back to Markkanen. To the left side wing. Shot clock at 6. Dort with a double team. And there's the rejection.
Excellent defensive timing that time by Tim Duncan.
Blocked. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
Inside. And Levine throws it down.
Levine has that buoyant bounce. He just looks like he's floating when he goes up top.
Here's Bailey. Drives to the hoop. To the paint. And out of bounds. Denver will have it.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
Nuggets trail by 11. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here.
2 minutes.
Take it away. And a fast break now for the Bulls. Throws it up high. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Smith.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way. Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
There's a minute 47 left in the final quarter. Cunningham on the wing. Pass to Levine. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham.
Mid-range, no problem for Levine. He easily adjusts his shot as needed.
Inside. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Cunningham. Levine with it. Guarded now by Okoro. For three, Smith. The rebound by Markkanen. And so Markkanen will bring it up for Chicago. At one point, they led by 16. They still need this. Second chance effort. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Chicago.
Well, you know, they've been tremendous, I think, when it comes to sharing the basketball. You know, getting guys involved on the plays and creating offensive opportunities for everybody. Equal opportunity offense is fun to watch.
Yeah, the other thing they're doing is absolutely scorching the net. Red hot from outside all game long. They need to run plays for him, get him more touches, whatever it takes to get him producing.
Lets it go from the wing, and is good. Off the back rim and in. And the Bulls lead by 10.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Hurts to see that kind of mistake. Coach is going to be on him about that one.
And so here is Chicago. Here's Bailey to the middle. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
He's off on the first.
And the number 3 pick in the 2022 NBA draft, Smith Jr.'s ceiling is considered to be very high.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. To the left wing. Pass to Bailey. Okoro on the wing. And the layup is good off the glass. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Bulls foul. Bailey. First personal foul. Second team foul.
And he makes a first.
Shooting for Denver. Castle.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.